everyone. Okay, I know that this is a little bit late, my second part of my top 10 best films of 2004, but I got an excuse for that. I just wanted a couple of days off. I finished rearranging the room. My camera, my phone rather, is sitting on a table that's on top of another table, and the TV's up there. And as you can see, that's there. Yeah, I've been changing it up a lot. Okay, I'm really tired of the fucking glare of the window in my sunglasses, so yeah. And two, I want to start filming at daytime a lot more than at night, because when I started, I mostly did videos roughly around nighttime, so I want to do them during the day. Gets under my eye. There we go. Anyway, this is the top 10 best films of 2004, part 2. Then we'll get back to Disney month. And I promise this won't take up to 16 minutes this time. So, starting with number 5. Right? Yeah. You know what? I don't care. Fuck it. Number 5. Shrek 2. Yeah, get it? 2. 5. Yeah. This movie's pretty funny. If you don't know the premise, I'll give you the skinny. Shrek and Fiona are married, and they go to their parents' castle in Far, Far Away. Fairy tale parodies everywhere, left and right. Kind of expected now, huh? Yeah. And the king doesn't really approve of Shrek being married to Fiona, and Fiona being an ogre too. So he tries to have the fairy godmother separate them, and she's actually quite intimidating in this. But I gotta say, it's funny. It's very charming. The animation's good. The jokes are a lot better. Donkey's funnier. They introduced Puss in Boots, and that's really good, voiced by Antonio Banderas, who got his own film later on down the road that we'll get to. But yeah, I think that the tone, the atmosphere, the new settings, the new animations, the clever jokes and quick wit that the movie has, it's very good. I really like the creative, imaginative ideas that they go with the fantasy kind of style of a happily ever after in a different way kind of thing. I like that. Number 4. I can finally put this back on my shelf. Along Came Polly. Gotta say, when I saw this again, the movie's hysterical. Tape's a bit ruined, but this movie's a riot, because Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston really do work off of each other very well. It's about a guy who's spent his entire life playing it safe. And this one girl, Polly Prince, played by Jennifer Aniston, is a free spirit who lives for the thrill of the moment. But when they come and comically mismatched, I'm sorry, it's kind of ripped on the back. Whenever they end up colliding, Reuben, played by Ben Stiller, his world is turned upside down, and he tries to change his life to a totally out there kind of thing. But it's another one of those, like, trying to be better than yourself. You ever heard the Metallica song Better Than You? The song makes no fucking sense, but I really do like the song anyway, but that just popped in my head. But the idea of trying to be better than yourself is short. It's fucking cliche. But what are you going to expect? My vision's getting bad, by the way. I'm not going to keep my glasses off much longer, so I just want to fly through this as quick as possible. Yep, they're starting to blur out. Here we go. I think that the tone, the atmosphere, the love, the humor, all really works together. I gotta say, Meet the Parents has nothing on this. And neither does its first sequel, which we'll get to in the next list. Next month. But yeah, that's basically all I really have to say for this, except I kind of wish it was a little bit shorter, like roughly by 5 minutes, because this goes on for a while. Not bad for 90 minutes, and the jokes are really quick, really good, and they're really out there. Like the one where the dude falls from the building. It's so expected, but you never expect it to be so funny. I didn't see it coming the first time, but seriously, there are some really good jokes in here. And of course we have that Mope and Dopes part of the third act, which I got to admit here and now, I fucking hate that. The part where the characters are like, I didn't get the girl, or like, we're just gonna sit around and feel bad and shit for 20 minutes on end. How much time does the movie have? I'm not even looking at it. 10 minutes? Oh, great. Let's go try to win the girl back. Of course it's gonna win. Like, we're gonna make it. We're gonna get the girl in the end. Of course you fucking are. What are you, 5? But that's all I really had to say on that. Okay, I'm cheating a little bit for this next one. This is a TV movie this time, so... Number 3 is Jimmy Neutron's Attack of the Twinkies. Yes, you're probably wondering, does this count? Yes, it does. Simply because it's a 44-minute television movie, but on TV, it would be like an hour. So, I gotta say right here and now, I like this idea. These little furry creatures, not bad for a Critters ripoff. Fuck you, New Line Cinema, back in the 80s. They ruined that series. Fuckers. But seriously, this is really good for a Critters ripoff. Again, New Line Cinema from the 80s. But the humor, the scary-looking fucking critters, the Twinkies in this, they end up on Earth whenever Jimmy goes up to a planet, a comet rather, known as Twinkies 3. So, and he ends up bringing a little puffball-looking creature back, known as a Twinkie. But whenever it hears music, it morphs into this thing. But animated in 3D, it's actually fucking disturbing. Seriously, the idea of having a horrific hour-long special that mixes science fiction with humor, with a quick wit, with the style, with the characters, with the show that we love. Probably shouldn't do that. I gotta say, it makes for one hell of a ride. This is definitely one horror special that you don't want to miss. Should have put this on a horror list, but it doesn't really count. Fuck it. But I do want to say, if you haven't seen Attack of the Twinkies, then you should, because this, again, is a Critters ripoff, but it's a damn good one. I got that in the wrong order. There we go. Number 2. I don't like this one so much, but apparently a lot of people do. Lion King 1.5. Hear me out. I like it because it's pretty fun. Yeah, it's funny. The animation is nice. The idea of it being a spin-off is pointless as fuck, but come on. Who wouldn't love these characters? Timon, there we go. Sorry, my eyes are really fucked up. I think that's Timon and that's Pumbaa. Yep, it is. Yeah, I got it right. Started pointing at the wrong ones. My vision's going bad. I gotta admit, the plot is your basic going off to make your life better for yourself kind of idea, but it's used a little differently. It's shown like it's the basic first movie, hence the one, shown through the eyes and the perspective of Timon and Pumbaa. Who am I pointing at? The half part is their plot. My eyes are really fucked up. That's it. I'm putting these back on. My eyes are fucking up real bad. There we go. Now I can see. Anyway. I like it. The songs are pretty decent. Elton John's music is really nice. I kind of wish it was longer. I mean, 77 minutes? What are you, fucking high? But it's like I said, I don't like that one so much. Honorable mention time. I have 2 for this one, and I'm gonna say it right now. You are going to fucking hate me for the ones that I chose. First up is, yep, Seed of Chucky. Before you suddenly get your fingers ready to type a lot of mean comments to me about this, I'm gonna say this right now. Here we go. This is one of the best horror films I've ever seen. It's fucking hilarious. Chucky's ugly cheek joke that he makes in like the first act had me rolling on the floor. And it still does. Other than that, don't want to give this too much of its own spot here. I have a full review video coming up later in the year. But I just want to say, it's funny, okay? It's not the best in the series, but it's fucking funny. It is. It's funny. I don't give a shit about the plot. I only watch it for the jokes. And they hit bullseyes. Chucky having a son is a joke. And here's the thing. It was Don Mancini's first directing role. Calm the fuck down. But seriously. Now, I understand the seed of hate for this movie. But I want to say it is, to me, one of the best that I've seen, simply because of how fucking hilarious it is. But that's all that I'll really say on it. The other honorable mention is Crash. This is one of the best movies I've ever seen. This was originally going to be number 2, but after watching Lion King 1.5 again, I thought, might as well put it at number 2, because it does have a lot of charm. This has a lot of emotion, but it has too much of that. It's way too fucking depressing, but it's supposed to show, like the hardships that people go through in life, and how everyone's lives are connected even when you don't see that. This movie has some of the best team-ups of any cast I've ever seen. Don Cheadle, Brendan Fraser, Sandra Bullock, Michael Pena, Matt Damon. They all work terrifically in this. Oh, and I think Terrence Howard is in this too. Sorry, the glare of the fucking window again. I'm not taking these glasses off again. My eyes, no. Seriously, Crash is so good. Have you heard the Scott Stapp song, Crash? It's from his album Proof of Life. That one? I'm still looking for those. But seriously, this has a lot of drama, a lot of emotion, a lot of hard passion development, and the writers knew what the fuck they were doing when they came up with this. Definitely a movie that I would crash into to see any day. I just came up with that. So, whatever. Alright, now, you probably know what my number 1 is. There were a lot of good movies in 2004, but only one could be, well, number 1. No, Seed of Chucky was not going to be number 1. It was going to be number 5. But, here we go. My number 1 choice, the one that's getting its own review next month, wink wink, is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I know I keep putting Nickelodeon movies as the number 1 spots on my list. Not all of them. Not all of them. But I just want to say, this has the best moral lesson ever. I don't want to go into too much detail, but shit, we're almost at 13 minutes. I gotta wrap this up. What time is it? Oh shit. I got things to do today, so I'm just gonna make this quick. 1 minute. Go. Everything is good about this movie, and the movie itself triumphs. See? I mean, this was a movie in 2004 that kids needed to see. When kids grew up, they need to see a movie like this, with so much heart, so much comedy, so much passion, and one of the most human and most down-to-earth, or underwater, rather, moral lessons ever. The world is a scary place, and you need to be ready for it, no matter what it throws at you. You can't look at life as like, oh, it's all happy and smiley and fun and games, and no danger exists. No, it's very serious and unfair, and you need to make sure that you have what it takes to get through it. Because if you can't act mature and adult, no one will be able to trust you as such. That's why I think this is one of Nickelodeon's best films. That's why I put it on my top 7 list that I will be finishing in August. Depends on if the 3rd movie comes out. Oh, and speaking of the 3rd movie, because of COVID-19, this fucking pandemic that is sweeping the nation, that's killed off half the population, the 3rd one's been pushed back till August. Yeah, even I'm pissed about that. Yeah, this will get its own review next month, but that's all I really have to say on it. I just wanted to say a little more in this video right now, so yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and for realsies, next time will be the next part of Disney Month. Good God, I can't believe it's been this long. And I'm going to review the 1953 Disney film, the 14th animated film, Peter Pan. I'll see you in that review.